Hey friends, it's Jamie here. So today I'm going to be talking about some tips and tricks for move-in day. So I know that a lot of you are freshmen and it must be like a very exciting time. I remember when I was a freshman just a year ago and I just had a bunch of stuff that I needed to pack. So here are some tips for you guys. So tip number one is get there early. This is like probably the most important tip because when you're there, there's just gonna be lots of parents, lots of cars, and just like so many kids running around, and it's just gonna be really annoying when you have to, like wait in line to go up to your dorm, especially since like all the elevators are gonna be used. So specifically for USC, they let you move in on the 19th of August starting at 8:30 a.m. So what I would suggest is going there around like 9 or 9:30. If you go there like around like 3 or 4, which was what I did, you'll have such a long line of like waiting for cars and just like waiting for people to go, and it'll just be really hard for you to find parking, so definitely get there early. Tip number two is go to your residence hall and get your key, because believe it or not, you won't be able to get in without your key, right? So definitely do that. And just a lot of the time, specifically for USC, you have kind of like a designated area where you check in and get all your keys. So I know for Webb Tower, you go to Floor Tower, and so your RA should be there, and she should just like meet you and greet you with like your room key all ready to go. I'll also post a link for your check-in locations on move-in day down below, so make sure to check that out. Okay, tip number 3 is pack your stuff in small boxes. So some of you might be driving down from an area near USC, and I know that it was super helpful for me to like bring my stuff up the stairs because I didn't really live like too far up. I live on the 4th floor, so like sometimes instead of like having to wait in line, which is a super long line because everyone's gonna be using the elevators and everyone's gonna be lining up, it's just easier for you to have like these boxes that you can carry up the stairs. And like if you don't have a lot of them, then you'll just be able to like get all settled into your room more easily. And then tip number 4, you should definitely label your boxes. So like if you have a box that's like full of cleaning supplies and like kitchen supplies, like label it. Or like if you have bedding, just label everything so that when you do unpack, you're not kind of just like running around all over the place and trying to figure out like what goes where and stuff like that. Okay, so tip number 5. I know that USC has this, but I'm not sure about all the other colleges, but we have like huge orange bins where you can just kind of like put all your stuff in, and like these run out super quickly, so if you want to get them, you like want to go in early, and then you have to have an ID card so that you can like rent it out. So they're just like these like huge boxes, and you can put all your stuff in there, and then you just like line up for the elevator, and then you can like go up to your room. Okay, tip number 6. You don't really think about this, but on move-in day, you're gonna be super tired and you're gonna be super busy. So definitely don't overdress. I know you're definitely gonna be meeting a lot of new people, but you wanna be comfortable. Like you don't wanna have to carry up, like 2 huge suitcases and like flip-flops and, like a nice top or a dress. So just make sure that you're comfortable. Just wear whatever you wanna wear. And then tip number 7, email your roommates and just kind of figure out like what you guys have to buy. Like I know for me, I like talked to her before and we just kind of like talked about, okay, like who's gonna buy, all the dish towels or just like all the hand towels, like little things like that. That'll save you from having to overbuy, and then it'll just save you from, having to have like duplicates of everything. So moving on to tip number 8, don't overpack and only bring the necessities. So like things that take up a lot of space, like pillows or shampoo and body wash, like buy that while you're actually at college. Also, don't pack DVDs or books. I mean, you might think to yourself like, oh, like I'm gonna have an off day and I'll just like read my favorite book to myself, or I'll just stay in and watch a movie. And I mean, you might be able to do that, but it's like there's so many other things you can do at college, and I just doubt that you're gonna like sit down and read like your favorite Harry Potter books, because it's just gonna take up a lot of space and you really don't need it. So tip number 9, definitely bring cleaning supplies, because your dorm room is probably going to be dirty and like you don't know what other people have done in there, and you probably don't want to know what other people have done in there. So definitely bring like disinfecting Clorox wipes and just kind of like wipe all your counters down, or just like what I did was I kind of put like a layer of like newspaper or just like white sheets of paper kind of like on my drawers so that I could put my clothes on it, just to make myself feel a little bit better about the sanitation issues. So yeah, definitely just bring cleaning supplies and make sure that your place is clean before you use it. And last but not least, remember to take a picture at the end of your move-in day. Whether it's a picture of like your parents or you with your roommate, just kind of like capture it all and then remember it, because freshman year goes by super, super fast. And just keeping like a picture from your first day of college is definitely a keepsake. And you know, you want to leave with like a good impression, and you just want to have you know, those relationships between your parents and you just like really tight, so that, you know, like when they do leave you at college, you're not feeling like really homesick or really alone. And I guess that's like an 11th tip: be nice to your parents, because they worked really hard to get you to where you are. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today, and I really hope that you found this useful. If you have any more comments or questions, or you want to share your own like move-in stories or tips, please feel free to comment down below, and I'll reply as soon as possible. And as always, fight on!